What is happening, my friends? I hope this is working out. We're in the other room here. We're going to be, I guess you can say, bench comparing this one, which is the other cahaya. Came in just the other day. We will be comparing it as far as like dimensions and size and all that stuff to the Donna model, which is almost sort of the same, but not really. You can see the headstock on this one's got a more pronounced beak, if you will, but it's still got that same nice texture in the wood here. We're going to be comparing the nut width as well as the body thickness and just a couple of the details as I think about it. Let's get the little calibrationizer going here. We're going to get started on the nut width. We're going to start off with the donor, which is up behind you on top of the box there. So I'm stepping over here to the side just for a minute, guys. Get the nut width on the Donna, which is 42.8 millimeters. I hope you guys can see that. We're going to stay on the Donna. We're going to the 12th fret here. Get a measurement there, which is 52.2 millimeters. I hope you guys can see that. And we're still on the Donna. We're going to be taking a measurement at the top horn of the body, which is 41.6 millimeters. I hope you guys can see that. We might as well get a measurement. Let's slide the guitar back just for a minute, just for a bit, so we can get the tool on the, I'm not sure what you call this part, the buttocks, the bout, whatever you call it. In other words, it's the back of the guitar where the jack is and all that stuff, and the strap button and all that stuff. I'm not exactly sure the scientific term. I'll just call it the bout, buttocks, whatever. 42.5 millimeters at the buttocks. Now, let's move this all the way down and make sure this is zeroed out. Zeroed out. We'll step over to the cahaya. You get a nut measurement, width of the nut, which is 42.4 millimeters at the nut width. And we're going to move along to the 12th fret. Get a measurement, which is 51.6 millimeters. Hope you guys can see that. And as well, we're going to scoot the guitar over just a little bit. We're going to get a measurement at the heel. Not the heel, but the, what do you call that thing? The horn. Where the top strap button is on your typical Strat style guitar, which is 41.8 millimeters at the horn where the strap button goes on the top strap button. We're going to slide it over just a little bit. We're going to take a measurement of the buttocks where the jack plate is on a Strat style guitar. Oh wow, 42.0 even at the buttocks. Okay, now let me cut this off here, and we're going to talk about things that are a little bit different, things that might be the same. Now, you can tell that it's the typical Stratocaster type layout here. You noticed on the headstock on this one, you notice it has a tiny bit of a hint of a bird beak, but not pronounced like on the other one. But we'll get to the other one in just a minute here. underneath this scratch plate, I already took part of it loose and lifted it and looked under there with a flashlight. It's routed HSH on this one. And this body's said to be made of ash, some kind of ash. Now, if you'll notice on the back, look at that trim block. You notice there's only 3 springs, and that's all you can put on there. 3 springs. Because this hole here and that hole there had been plugged. From the factory. I guess it's factory field plug, whatever. And yes, it is a little uneven here. It's just a OCD thing. I gotta make it even, you know what I mean. All of us have some sort of OCD. I know we do. But anyway, guys, also this one here does not have tone control for the bridge pickup. You got your usual Fender style strap buttons. One there and one here. These tuners, they're not the best on earth, but they're not the worst. But this total package, this came with its own little bag, which is not much thicker than the bag with the donor, but at least they thought of you to send some kind of cover, some kind of bag. That's a good thought. And there's another brand that makes the debut series Strat, which does not give you nothing but a wrench. We're not saying any names though. Let's check this one out. This is actually Donner number 1, the dst80 number 1. This one does have tone control on your bridge pickup. And underneath the scratch plate is routed HSH. So if you wanted to put like HSS scratch plate or double H humbucker, you can. Now this one here is the one that needs some fret work on. I'm guessing 10, 11, 12, and 14. And number 13 just happens to be nice. But up here, you notice, I'm not really sure if you notice, but when I had to do the fret work on the sides, to smooth the sides down, I unknowingly rounded the edge of the fingerboard. That's pretty cool. Now up here it's not rounded so much because I had to be really careful not to get into here and mess up anything. But I'll check his headstock. Now that one there has more of a pronounced bird beak, if you will. I hope you can see that, guys. And like the other guitar over there, the Cahaya, these tuners aren't the worst and they're not the best. But this kit, this one here, came with an amp, a bag, a few goodies, for like $100. You can't really complain. And the other guitar and this one both has you can see the textured wood there in typical Fender style strap buttons. And check this out. This one here happened to have all 5 holes for 5 springs. Now, like I said, I'm thinking these companies are getting their blocks from different suppliers. And just depends on what box they pick it up out of and put on which guitars, whether or not you get 5 holes for 5 springs or not. So, and this one here has a Donner stamped back plate on the neck plate there. The other one does not say anything, but like I said, both of these are made out of ash, the bodies. I'm not sure what kind of ash, where it comes from or whatever like that, but they are some kind of ash. And I played both these. I'm sure you got, I think I might have a film out there of this one stock, or might be number 2 stock, I'm not sure. Play through the crate amp. These pickups to me sound a little bit better than the pickups in the Cahaya there. Not a whole lot, but a little bit better. But that's why we buy these cheap guitars, right guys? in case some parts are not up to our standards or it doesn't sound quite as good as we want. That's what they make tools for. And eBay, buy new pickups, change things around. It's a perfect bones, perfect mod platform. So I'm hoping that I haven't bored you guys enough, or too much, you know. Let me turn this back around this way because it fits better up here with the neck going that way. Let's let you guys look at this while I chat and while I ramble and while I waffle. You notice the textured wood on this one too. Let me turn around so you can see the back of it too. How it textures. It's really nice. I like it. It's really nice. So guys, pretty soon I'll have a film up with this one being played through the crate, and you'll be able to hear how this thing sounds. It doesn't sound bad. It does not sound bad at all. But the pickups in this one here are a little weaker than the Donner up there behind you. You can't see us out of view. It's on a box behind you guys. So guys, with that said, I want everyone to do me a huge favor. Have a great day. Have a great night. This is Birdman316, and always remember, keep rocking. Make the world a better place, guys. This is Birdman316 again. Sayonara. 7 pounds, 14 ounces, or 3.58 kilograms. 7 pounds, 9 ounces, or 3.45 kilograms.